Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss nominal GDP and real GDP. We are going to see that what are the differences between nominal and real GDP. So as we know that nominal GDP is a term which is used when we are going to see the growth in terms of quantity and price, both of them. And price. But if we are going to use the term real GDP, it means that we are going to see the growth in terms of quantity only. While using nominal GDP, it is about quantity and price, both of them, but the real GDP is growth in quantity only. Moving, we will take an example and try to see that what is the actual difference between them. So let us take an example और उसके अंदर हम दो products लेते हैं and let's say those are chips and the second one is rice. So we are going to see the prices of both of them in various years. Let's say it is for 2011-12 and 2012-13 and then 13-14, and we can also see the prices of now 2021-22. So let's say we are going to buy 10 packets of chips of 10 rupees per packet. Then again we are going to buy 11 packets with the rate 10.5. Then again we are going to buy 12 packets with one packet of 11 rupees. Similarly, it will go on. Next, let's say for rice, we are going to buy 8 kg of rice, that is rupees 12 per kg. Then in 2012, we are going to see a case where we have 9 kg of rice with 12.5 rate. Then we have a 10 kg of rice with rupees 13. So here in this example हमने दो प्रोडक्ट्स लिए हैं, एक चिप्स लिया है और एक राइस लिया है. हम एक पर्टिकुलर ईयर में उसके प्राइजेस कैलकुलेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पर हमने दो चीज़ को वेरी करते हुए देखा. एक तो कि उसकी क्वांटिटी 10 से 11 हो गई, 11 से 12 हो गई, क्वांटिटी वेरी कर रही है. देन उसका प्राइस 10 से 10.5 हो गया और 10.5 से 11 हो गया. प्राइस कांस्टेंट नहीं है, तो ये हम क्या चीज कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं? वी आर कैलकुलेटिंग नॉमिनल जीडीपी, बिकॉज नॉमिनल जीडीपी में हम कंसीडर करेंगे क्वांटिटी को भी और हम कंसीडर करेंगे प्राइस को भी. तो अगर हम इसका सम करें देन वी आर गोइंग टू गेट 196 एडिंग both of them because we are considering this as a basket. 100 plus 96, this is also as a basket, this is also as a basket. So adding both of them, we'll get rupees 228 here and rupees 262 here. But this nominal GDP has been calculated by considering the quantity and the price, both of them. So if we're going to see the growth rate here by subtracting this from this and dividing by 196, I mean, and divided by this, we can get that it is 16.3% the growth rate here, and here the growth rate is 14.9%. So this growth rate has been calculated by seeing quantity and the price, both of them. But now the next case we have is real GDP, wherein we are going to vary only one thing, and that is quantity. We will consider that the prices would remain the same, क्योंकि real GDP के अंदर prices same रहते हैं. अगर हम रियल जीडीपी कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो वहां पर हम एक पर्टिकुलर ईयर सेट कर देते हैं, एंड हमने रियल जीडीपी के केस में सेट किया हुआ है 2011-12 को एज अ रेफरेंस ईयर. तो जो भी प्राइस इस 11-12 में रहेंगे वही प्राइजेस आगे तक किसी भी ईयर में हम यूज करेंगे कैलकुलेट करने के लिए. सो इन द बिगिनिंग हम कंसिडर कर रहे हैं कि ₹10 रेट है. सो हियर ऑल्सो वी हैव चिप्स एंड राइस. सो फॉर 11-12 हम कंसिडर कर रहे हैं कि ₹10 रेट है पर पैकेट, एंड ऑल्सो हम ये कंसिडर कर रहे हैं कि जो राइस है उसका रेट ₹12 पर केजी है. सो सिमिलरली हम 8 kg राइस लेंगे तो दिस एंड 10 पैकेट्स ऑफ चिप्स का रेट. सो वील गेट द सम एज 196. विच इज सेम एज द नॉमिनल जीडीपी इन दिस ईयर 11-12 ईयर में सेम रहेगा. बट नेक्स्ट जब हम आगे देखेंगे तो यहाँ पर पैकेट्स तो 11 हो जाएंगे लेकिन रेट 10 ही रहेगा, क्योंकि जो रेट है उसको कंसिडर नहीं किया जाना है रियल जीडीपी में. The quantity will only vary. So quantity has changed from 10 to 11, but the rate remained the same. Next, for the 13-14 year, we have the next quantities that is 12 packets of chips with rate constant as 10, remained same. Next thing is rice. So we have the amount or the quantity, that is 9 kg, and the rate would remain the same, that is 12. Plus here also 10 kg of rice with rate as constant, and that is 12. So we'll get the sum here as 218 and here as 240. We can also check the growth in case of real GDP also. So here the real GDP growth can be calculated by 218 minus 196 divided by 196, and that is 11.2%. So the real GDP growth is lesser than the one what we get in case of nominal GDP, because in nominal GDP we have considered the price also, and price has seen a greater increase due to the inflation, क्योंकि प्राइस इंक्रीज हो रहा है और उसकी वजह से रियल जीडीपी का जो रेट है वो कम होता है कंपेयर टू नॉमिनल जीडीपी. नॉमिनल जीडीपी के अंदर इन्फ्लेशन एडेड होता है. नेक्स्ट में भी हम देख सकते हैं 240 माइनस 218 डिवाइडेड बाय 218, we can get that it is 10.09% growth. So the growth rate in case of real GDP is lesser than compared to the nominal GDP, because real GDP considered only the change in quantity, but the nominal GDP considered both of them. So in case of the publications of the economy, what we are going to see in the surveys, we will see both of these terms are mentioned, like nominal GDP is also considered and the real GDP is also considered. But while we are going to look at the growth rate, so growth rate is always considered of the real GDP terms, growth rate of the real GDP terms, because actual growth rate is shown by the real GDP growth. But we are going to see the nominal GDP also. By the amount wise, we will see this nominal GDP also. But the growth rate is seen in terms of actual term, and that is real GDP. So as we can see that the graph of GDP. So in case of year 2008-9, our GDP was around 4%. It due to the less efficient external sector at that time, as USA has seen some recession at that time. That is why some impacts were seen in Indian economy external sector. We have lower, but later on it has risen up, and so in year around 2015-16, we have 8% of real GDP. Later on it get decreased, but in case of 2020 we have seen a low of, that is 4%. Again we have seen this 4%. Here we have 7%, 6% rate, but the economy faced a similar situation like 2008-9 in 2020 due to the COVID situations. Our economy was facing some problems due to less services in various sectors. So I hope you understand the topic well. Thank you for watching.